Because, folks, joining me right now, it is Wednesday. That means it is Cassoni's Corner. Erica Payne, founder of the Agenda Project, and Mark Matson, founder and CEO of Matson Money. Hello to both of you.
Hi.
All right, Erica.
We're great. Awesome.
Erica, I'm going to start with you on this one. Should we let the Bush tax cuts expire at the end of this year?
We absolutely need to keep on giving money back to most Americans, which is exactly what President Obama did in his last budget. 95% of Americans got a tax cut. 95%.
Is that,
okay?
Was there a yes or no
he
in
said
that
he's
one,
going to
Erica?
do it, and he's going to keep on doing it.
I didn't get a yes or no, Erica.
So yes, we should
let them expire at the end of the year?
We should let the Bush tax cuts go on for most Americans, but for people who are making $1 million, they can afford to pay a little more.
So you're saying extend them like temporarily is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying extend them to everyone except for people making $1 million a year or more.
$1 million or more. Okay, that would be an interesting move by Congress. All right, same thing to you then, Mark. Should we let these things expire at the end of the year, or should we extend them?
We should definitely extend them. And the president didn't say $1 million. He said 250. And Tim Geithner was out this weekend pushing this thing. Hey, listen, small business people have got to get this economy back going with jobs. 70% of everybody that makes $250,000 or more are small business people.
We were just talking
Half of all small business people.
Okay, so let's talk about small businesses. Let's talk about what President Obama has done for small businesses. Number one, a $5,000 tax cut for anybody you hire. Number two, a $1,000 tax credit for any person you retain. Number three, raising money to let those small businesses go out and get more money from the Small Business Administration. This administration has been a fan of small businesses. What it hasn't been a fan of is people making $1 million or more a year, when the whole system in this country is built around people making $1 million or more a year.
I'm going to get to that $1 million figure, but Mark, go ahead, respond to her.
Let me help you out with some basic math. A $5,000 credit for hiring an employee does not equal 5%, 4% increase on $250,000 is $10,000 a year. An entrepreneur hiring a new person is going to pay between $30,000 and $50,000 a year just for an entry-level job.
Okay, so I'll help you out with some math, Mark. Let me help you out with some math. 95% of people got a tax cut in this last budget. 95% of Americans got a tax cut.
Erica, what Mark is saying is that these are insignificant tax breaks for small businesses.
You think $5,000 is an insignificant tax break?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? For a small business, yes.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Do you know small businesses account for 70% of the jobs in this country? The tax rate that they are talking about having extend when the Bush tax credits would end would hit 3% of small businesses. 3%.
All right. She's saying the $5,000 significant, Mark.
So 97% of people would be exactly where they are. I mean, you think that Lloyd Blankfein, who is the CEO of Goldman Sachs, who makes about $20 million a year, deserves a tax cut?
Yeah, we're not talking about the guys making $20 million a year. We're talking about someone who's making $250 a year who needs to. Erica, let me finish here, would you? Let's be respectful. What my point is, if I'm making $250,000 a year and I have to hire a new person for $30,000 or $40,000 a year and take that business risk, $5,000 isn't going to make a bit of difference. You know, these people who come up with these schemes trying to say that we're giving you tax cuts, they couldn't even run a lemonade stand, much less a small business.
So I just want to be clear. So Mark, do you want to raise taxes on people who make $20 million or more a year? Do you think we should do that?
I don't want to raise taxes on anybody right now.
So you think that people making $20 million a year or more should pay no taxes?
People that are in the top 1% pay 40% of all the taxes. I think they're paying their fair share.
Okay, so you think, I just wanted to be clear. So you think that Lloyd Blankfein, who makes $20 million a year, deserves a tax cut? Is that true?
No.
I mean, that's nuts.
Only progressive liberals think that people don't earn what they make.
I think that Lloyd Blankfein is not any smarter, any better than my high school principal mother. I don't.
One at a time. Let's get back.
They create much more value and wealth for the economy.
Let's get back to what the administration says.
Lloyd Blankfein is adding a lot of value to the economy, Mark.
Let's get back to what the administration classifies as the rich. Get off the $1 million. Let's go back to $250,000 a year. Erica, they say that that is the rich. But in many parts of this country, that is not the rich. And again, I go back to the small business filers who $250,000 in income for a small business is nothing, and neither was the $5,000 figure that you threw out, Erica.
Well, again, I want to be clear. I believe that we should raise taxes on people who make $1 million a year. The administration thinks that it should be $250,000 a year. That's definitely a disagreement. But I will say wholeheartedly that Mark thinking that Lloyd Blankfein, who makes $20 million a year, deserves a tax cut is preposterous when every single person in this country knows that that this country is designed for rich people to get richer. Lloyd Blankfein could not make $1 million a year in Cuba. Let's be clear.
Let me tell you something. Let me be clear about this. There's only 3 things that people that have wealth can do. They can spend it, which helps the economy. They can invest it, which helps the economy. Or if they're a small business person, they can hire new people and take business risks. Every single thing that they do helps the economy, and you want to kill it.
You think every single thing that Lloyd Blankfein does helps the economy? Are you crazy? The guy just broke the economy and cost regular Americans their jobs. $13 trillion worth of damage
but Erica,
that guy and his friends did to this economy.
Erica, Mark's point, though, is that the rich in this country, and I'm sticking with my $250,000 because that's what President Obama told me. That's what I'm saying, is that those people, Mark's point is that they're the ones that create jobs, they spend money, invest money, and we do need capital in this country.
I am just tired of people making the decision that millionaires are more important than normal people. People who are teachers, doctors, lawyers, you know? And this entire structure is built around people who make $1 million a year or more. Look at what BP just did to this and think about how much those executives make every year.
All right,
it is time for this to be over. Normal people need to take back their country.
I want to thank both of you.
We should just redistribute all the wealth. Let's just go to Russia.
You know what? Lloyd Blankfein and his $20 million is not adding a lot of value in my mind, Mark. If you want to take on that argument, I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it.
You can take one person making money and vilify them.
Can drive his yacht down to Cuba, as far as I'm concerned.
And this has been
so
great.
can John Kerry.
Guys,
don't forget John Kerry. He knows about taxes.
Well, you know what? Both of them can get on their yachts and head out. I think it's time to start taking care of doctors and lawyers and teachers personally, instead of a bunch of Wall Street hedge funders. Are you kidding me?
Both of you for being in Cassoni's Corner today. It's always great to have you on the show.
Cheryl.
Erica Payne, Mark Madsen, a fair debate. You're getting claps in the studio.